So we ended up getting 2 inches of rain overnight, and we are in between rain showers right now. In fact, it could rain here in like the next hour. But I really wanted to clean out this barn before lambing started, and I didn't get to it. So I'm gonna try to clean this out before it starts raining again. So let's get started. So every time I clean out this barn, I've had people tell me, you need to use a wheelbarrow. Well, today I brought one. So we've had this barn open all winter so that when it was really cold, the sheep could get inside of here. And this whole floor, this is like sheep manure that's just kind of been packed down from them walking on it. And it's all down this aisleway, and then it's down here at the end. And it's packed down where I have to scrape it. So I scraped, you might be able to tell, I scraped a little area here, about a 4-foot square that I scraped, and I was able to get this whole pile right here. And using a scraper is probably the only way I'm going to be able to really get this cleaned up, where I can actually scoop it up with a shovel. So this is going to be a lot of work. It's not going to be fun. It's also a little wet in here. We had some water, rain and water come through that door last night, and you can see that we've got like a puddle right here, and that's all from coming through that old door. All right, I got the middle of the barn cleaned out to see if I got any barn lime. If I did, I'll spread that out. That'll help knock the scent down. All right, I got the barn all cleaned out now. It's not perfect, but it is way better than it was. And I need to go ahead and check on the ewes and the lambs. Go ahead and feed them and check their water. I got your attention now, don't I? Huh? Since I got food in my hand. Oh, hold on. Hey, don't try to eat it. Let me put it in the dish. There you go. Look at you cute little babies. Oh, 3 of you. Oh, there you go. There you are. And then let's look at your little babies. Check out the twins. Anytime I'm around, she won't let them feed. She's too freaked out. There you go. A little bouncy, aren't you? So there's 2 right there. There's the 3rd one. There's a set of triplets. If the lambs are bouncing around like that, I think they're doing just fine. All right, I think I'm done here, so we'll go ahead and take the wheelbarrow and the tractor back, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do next. So I went ahead and I stopped for lunch, and now it is raining again. You can probably hear that thunder. So instead of working outside, I think we'll head in the shop and continue working on the bookcases for Rebecca. All right, so I think what I'll do is I got these face frames here. I'm gonna sand them down, and just gonna sand them on all sides, get the glue off, any of the saw blade marks off, just get it so it's nice and perfect. So on these 2 base cabinets, there's going to be one side on each one of these cabinets that's going to be exposed where you can see it. So we're going to make some oak trim to put around the edges of the side of the cabinet just to dress it out a little bit. Snack. Yeah. You think want to take these out of here? Gotta reach through. There's that one. There you got it. Good, good. I was probably gonna like sand and stain these separate anyway. So we're just gonna glue these trim pieces on the cabinet and just clamp them on there.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
All right, still good? Okay. So you can see we put trim around the edges, and we put this one here in the middle. This is where the window seat, it's actually going to butt up against the bottom of this board, and then what's exposed is going to be the same as these two sides here. And of course, when we put the front on, the face frame on, it'll widen this, and then this will be the same width as everything else. So everything should look symmetrical when that side's exposed. Okay.
Oh.
Hang it off the edge on the back. There we go. That worked. So I used all of my small clamps up on this cabinet, so I can't do the trim on the other cabinet. So what we're going to do is we are going to start making the top that goes on top of these. So we're just going to make that out of the red oak, same as everything else. We're just going to cut out a bunch of boards. We're going to glue that together. All right, we've got 4 boards here that are straightened and cut to width. We've got them laying out next to each other. I think this is going to make a nice top for the cabinet. So we're going to go ahead and get these all glued together. And this is a little bit oversized from what we need, so later on we'll end up cutting this down to the exact dimensions. Get it going down the side. So on our 4th day of rain now, and last night we got a lot. I think they said we got about 5 inches overnight of rain, and the pond has come up. You can see these trees are in the water. And over there, that used to be where the boat was. The boat, the water came up under the boat, and the boat is now on the other side of the pond over there. And we'll have to retrieve it at some point in time. So we've still had a duckweed problem on the pond, and some of that has washed up onto the shore. So you may not be able to see it, but like right here, that is where the duckweed is laying. So this water came all the way up to there. It's already starting to recede. And we've already went out and done our morning chores today and checked on some things. We haven't gone to the back side of the property, but up here at the front, we haven't seen any damage from it. It's just, everything is completely soaked. Everything is basically like a marsh around here. It's all standing water. I don't know if you can hear that or not. That's the overflow pipe on the back side of the dam. And it is going full bore right now. going down the backside of the dam, sliding down the backside of the dam. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So right here is the overflow pipe coming out the backside of the pond, and it is just pouring water out. Here's another shot of it. I don't think this tree was here before. I think this tree has fallen over. Trying to find a good place to cross. I don't think I'm gonna be able to climb back up the dam. Whoa! No matter how I look at this, I'm gonna probably get wet. Say here's about as good a place as any. Aha, made it. So overall, the last 4 days, I think we've got somewhere over 7 inches of rain, and it is just sloppy. I don't know how else to explain it. Everything is just a mess. You can't do anything and stay clean outside, that's for sure. And we got some more coming. So hopefully the last of this ain't very much more, but just have to wait and see. So even though it has poured down rain over the last few days, I do feel like we've got pretty good progress here in the workshop. So we didn't film everything we did in here, but we did get both of these tops for the bookcase. We got these both glued together. And this first one we did is not perfectly flat. It has a little bit of a rock to it. So we're gonna have to work on that and see if we can make that better. But the second one, we did a lot better, and it seems to be about perfectly flat on this one. And we got the trim glued on the ends of both cabinets, and that window seat is gonna come up and sit right against the bottom of this board right there. So you're not gonna see this bottom part. You're just gonna actually see that part right there. So the one problem we had out here in the workshop was that I don't have enough clamps. So I could clamp all the trim on a cabinet, and then I'd have to wait for the glue to dry for a couple hours. And then I could take the clamps off and I could do the other cabinet. Same with the tabletops. I could do like one glue up, and then I'd have to wait for it all to dry, and then I could do another glue up. So definitely a lot of delays. It wasn't like we were continually working out here. It was, it definitely slowed us down, and I can see that I definitely need more clamps in the future. But overall, I am very happy with where we're at on the home library project. I just need to get the face frames attached to the front of the base cabinets. And then at that point in time, I think we're about ready to start taking some of these pieces up into the loft and start making sure they fit where they're supposed to go, see if we need to make any adjustments. And same with the tabletops as well. Once we get the cabinets where we know where they're gonna be at, then we can start making these tops to fit that exact space. So I think we're coming along. It's a slow project. It doesn't just happen overnight, but yeah, I think everything is looking pretty good so far. But I think that's gonna be it for this video, guys. So I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one.